Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and I love real Star Wars, and George Lucas Star Wars would never do what Disney Star Wars does, because Disney Star Wars doesn't actually care about the health of the franchise. They just care about pushing agenda on you and on your kids. So yesterday I'm doing other stuff, and this floated under the radar for me until late last night when I saw, thanks to Master of the TDS, it looks like The Secrets of the Clone Troopers, that's a book that they just released, is trying to introduce Sister, a trans clone trooper. Rex's description of Sister states Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. He's the one that is the author of this in-universe book. He states, when one of our kind expressed her gender identity differently than her fellow troopers, she figured she'd have to hide who she truly was inside. Fortunately, her brothers in the 7th Sky Corps gave her the name Sister as a constant reminder that she belonged. And he notes, of course, the trans flag colors is on Sister's armor. This is sick and twisted, plain and simple, because George Lucas did not intend for any of this. And I will say this simply, this isn't a story, this isn't in anything. This is purely something put in to appease trans activists and those who push for this horrible, horrible crap to be forced on children. And I say that because J. Jonas Campbell pointed out in a similar post, the description in this book is for young fans and children. Right there. This book, age group, child. Yeah. A fully illustrated guide for readers of all ages, which means they want you to give this to your kid. And have Star Wars tell your kids, hey kids, it's okay to cut your penis off if you want to. It's okay to dress up like a girl if you feel like it. Don't worry, the clone troopers would have backed you, so everybody else should back you too. That's what this is. This is agenda. This is indoctrination. It's sick and twisted, and it's Disney doing what Disney does. Taking something that somebody else made, somebody else put love and emotion into, and then twisting it, warping it for their own sick agenda. Whoever comes up with this shit at Disney Lucasfilm, they're sick and they're twisted. But they also have no respect. This is a continuing trend with Disney Star Wars. Let's rip apart, let's dissect, and put back together George's beautiful lore and turn it into a Frankenstein monster. In this same book, they want you to believe that Rex is on Endor, part of Han's strike team, just because 40 years ago, George cast an extra who had a white beard as part of Han's strike team on Endor. And then Dave Filoni, when he made Rebels after George was no longer there, decided to give Rex a white beard, which allowed Stans to go, oh my God, is the guy in the Battle of Endor, is that Captain Rex? Because that's what Stans do. They simply see something and make it happen. They don't care if the lore matches up. They don't care if it was ever truly intended. They just want it to be that way, especially if ideology and agendas involved. They just want it to be that way to feed their weirdo fantasies. George didn't create clone troopers until the early 2000s. Okay? When he made Return of the Jedi, yes, the Clone Wars had happened, but he hadn't flushed it out. He hadn't put anything down on paper. He hadn't created anything to substantiate what the clones were. Even by the time Timothy Zahn was writing Heir to the Empire in 1990, 1991, when he was working with Lucasfilm on what happened in the Clone Wars, even then, George did not have specific ideas of what happened in the Clone Wars. In the 2000s, when he made the show, and he made the prequel trilogy, he had his ideas, and he flushed them out, and he created all the clone troopers. But Rex did not get a white beard until after George was no longer involved. He was never there on Endor in Return of the Jedi. Doesn't matter if Disney writes a stupid book and puts him there. Disney does not have the moral right to do this. They don't have our best interests in heart or mind. They just want to do whatever they want to appease the stan base, the only ones who are there, the only ones who are left. Because Acolyte has proven real fans don't show up to this stuff. Nobody watches this. Nobody cares about it. Putting out a book like this to try and change Star Wars history to suit your Disneyfication of it, your Disney canon lore, it's not going to work. It's been rejected. And it's wrong. Plain and simple, it's wrong. But Adam, they own it. I don't care. I'm a fan. They only own it because I gave them money to buy it one day. Fans are the lifeblood of everything. Without us, the heart of a franchise does not beat. And fans have rejected Disney Star Wars completely. Nobody wants this. Nobody in their right mind thinks old dude in Han's assault strike team is Rex. Only weirdo stans do. And just because they put it in a book doesn't make it true, doesn't make it right, and doesn't make it accepted by the real fans of Star Wars. So this book is a complete and total, it's awful. It's awful. It's rewriting everything George ever believed in by adding agenda-driven crap, a character who never existed 40 years ago, and then also just, well, what it is, it's Dave Filoni. At the heart of it, written by Mark Sumerak and illustrated by, written by Mark Sumerak. Yeah, written by Mark Sumerak, but heavily noted probably by Dave Filoni and his morons. I mean, listen, this isn't real. None of this is real. These dudes are real, but this right here, that ain't real. This right here, this sure as hell ain't real. And this ain't real. This dude's real. Rex at Endor is not. Disney Star Wars is trash. It will always be trash. And it will continually be rejected by real fans. Either way, I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube or hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic do not care about fake fan Stan and SJW Fifis. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.